Hey guys, hope everything's going well. You guys know that drill. Smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, comment down below. Follow me on Instagram at AIH_sports. Follow me on my finance channel at AIH Finance. Okay, today I'm going to be doing a video response to one of Ziggy's interesting rants. This was on Don Diego. This was, I think, on the 18th. So it was the other day. It was on Don Diego and She Collects Cards. So I touched about it a little bit last week, but I do want to touch on it again because the industry is silent, right, about these topics. Probably for obvious reason, because once you open up these doors, then you tend to have you can open up Pandora's box, and you don't want to do that. And this started out where Ziggy was saying, okay, on the Luca Nation podcast, he felt that the host of the show, and I've been on that show twice, right? He felt that they were throwing softball questions. And they didn't ask about the alleged shill bidding accusation. So Ziggy went off and he's saying, like, hey, look, the industry doesn't talk about these hard-hitting issues, but it's only content channels like his that are talking about it. Like, no one.
So Don Diego, if you didn't know, Don Diego is known as a Pokemon influencer, Pokemon. But I know Don Diego because I listened to Opossum Bud talk about Don Diego got caught shilling in her own auction. She had something up for auction, and apparently she was live and she bid on her own thing and she won it. And that's fine. I mean, it's not fine. It's funny. It's wrong. It's shady. Whatever it is. Maybe she's like, hey, it's not worth it. I'm gonna buy it back. Hey, that's fine. You can do what you want to, man. You do you, boo. But when she did this, the Pokemon community had a little uprising. Now she quelled this. She shut this down like a champ. This queen came out and said, look, there's going to be no uprising while I'm in charge. She was able to basically say, look, it was an accident, whatever it is, doesn't make a difference. Because no one cares. No one even remembers it. But like these guys didn't ask her about it and say, hey, can you explain to me what happened about that shill bidding incident? All she does is she comes out and the closest she gets, she goes, 95% of my followers love me. But the other 5% are incel, blah, 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 blah. And I thought to myself, yeah, just go there. That's really nice of you. That's just, I don't know, man. It just rubs me the wrong way, guys. You are, and she makes another comment. She goes, well, it's my brother and I. That's where the Don Diego, it's their family. But he's not the cute one. Hey, you do you, boo. I appreciate your honesty. Anyway, I'm just going to say this. I have nothing against Don Diego. I don't do Pokemon. I don't care about her shill bidding. I really don't care. But what I do care about is I think it's interesting how opening, how forgiving, how much we want to embrace women in the hobby. Man, women in the hobby can go out and sell all of the Panini NFTs they want and just come back over. Why? Because we're mostly in this hobby white men, either in I don't want to say the wrong words. Just we're susceptible to this type of marketing. And if you don't believe me, look how easily we just kind of let this type of marketing go. I mean, this woman of the hobby has been marketing her open box that she was scammed in. FYI, this is a Collectors Universe employee. Her name is Hannah. Her name of her channel is called She Collects Cards. Hannah from She Collects Cards knows that she can do this and get away with it. She knows it. And here's why she knows, because when I called her out, she's blocked me. When other people are brought up, she ignores them. You see what I'm saying? Like she's like, I know what you're talking about, but I'm going to ignore you. Now, here's the kicker, guys. Here's the thing that I'm going to press the third button here. You guys care about the kids in the hobby? Do you care about the kids in the hobby? Do you care about the kids in the hobby? She's a mother. She's teaching her kids to be dishonest. She's teaching her kids to do whatever it takes to make $1. And if you support,
one was talking about this, right? Regardless of whether she shill bid or not, that doesn't matter. And it's just about bringing up the topic. Like, I brought it up a few times, and I didn't message another guy who responded to me about this, and another person in the video, She Collects Cards. And all I have to say is that if someone commits a hobby foul, if they take actions not to do that again and bring awareness to be like, hey, I messed up. I'm not going to do it again. And I'm going to provide education to others and encourage people, don't do this because I was wrong about this. Or something like that. If a statement like that was made, I think a person should be given a second shot. Okay? And there was, I think Ziggy made reference to a person who I think works for Tops, and there's something going on. A lady messed up, and then she made an apology. I think she deleted it on Instagram post. Now, what I would say is that, okay, if you mess up and you take actions not to do it again, I think that's fine, right? And if you're not being deceptive, if you're a good person and you mess up, that's fine, right? Remember Michael Vick. Michael Vick effed up badly. And you know what? He changed his life around. He also declared bankruptcy, but after he declared bankruptcy, he made enough money to pay off the creditors. So he turned a negative, he turned it into a positive, right? He didn't have to pay off those creditors that, in a way, he borrowed way too much. Once he made money with Philadelphia with that contract, he made sure that those creditors were paid off when they didn't need to. So Michael Vick turned his life around, and that's what should be encouraged, right? If you mess up, good. You could correct your wrongs. Now, in this hobby, I'm not sure if that happens, right? If someone messes up, it's just thrown underneath the surface and people move on because there's a lot of vested interest in these guys. And I think I was watching this card ladder video and he was trying to dismiss some of the content creator. I'm going to do another video on these guys, or especially Chris. But this needs to be talked about. The reason why you see these type of videos is because the industry ignores it and they promote individuals that are engaged in the hanky-panky. I don't see that many people in the industry calling that behavior out. And until they call that behavior out, I will continue to do these type of videos. Right? Ziggy is going to continue to do these type of videos. Sports Card Radio is going to continue to do these types of videos. And that's why you see the content shift if you look at it year over year, because not enough people are calling out the BS, in my opinion. Now, in regards to She Collects Cards, I've already stated this. She works for Collectors Universe. Now, I wouldn't do what she does if I worked at Collectors. I'd be very careful in how I do content creation. I would probably just interview pretty much people that have been in the industry for long periods of time with clean records, by the way, and also people that are well liked by the whole industry. It's the, channels like Ziggy, people that he likes, and then everybody else likes, right? And the list goes on and on. You don't want to bring on a guy with skeletons or a gal with skeletons in their closet. That's how I do my content creation. I'm not telling people how to do their content creation. But if you work for a company like Collectors, you have to be, in my opinion, you have to be very careful in how you do your content, because it may be construed as a conflict of interest. And that's what Ziggy thinks, right? And, I showed a clip where I believe that there may have been a potential conflict of interest bashing that SGC 9, right? Which she thought, hey, it's a PSA 9, right? Just to automatically crap on SGC without looking at the actual card itself. And grading is subjective. That's what I say, because there are some grades that, you could re-crack the slab and guess what? You could get a higher grade or you could get a lower grade at the same company, Collectors, right? And I don't think I'm going to see that type of content from individuals that work at Collectors, right? And obviously, you can't say certain things when you work for a corporation. Now, where I disagree with Ziggy, as much as I like him, is when he was not going after her kids, but he was saying that, hey, mommy's doing this, and then the kids are gonna follow in mommy's footsteps, I would leave the kids out of it, because I've gotten messages from people, and they were like saying, "Hey, Ziggy's not saying stuff about X, Y, and Z." And I think Ziggy calls out everybody, right? He may be a little more friendly towards Jeff, but I've seen him call him out too. All I can say is that I've gotten messages from people saying that, hey, they don't agree with Jeff Wilson using kids in the videos. There's some pros, there's some cons to it. I mean, I just think that going after someone's wife, kids, etc., spouse, girlfriend, I wouldn't do that, right? As much as I critique people, I think that is a bit, you could say, crossing the line. But, everyone's entitled to do their type of video. Everyone is different. But I just want to give my 2 cents, because, the industry ignores it. They ignore the hobby follows. And that's why I think I've seen an uptick in my views, because I cover these topics, while the industry is like, oh, cornball content, this is the problem, right? It's the prices, or you aren't getting people coming in because of this negative content. No, that's just crazy talk, in my opinion. It all has to deal with economics, right? Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about this. Remember to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, comment down below, guys. Thank you. Bye.